what do you have to assume right now to back Boeing at these price levels in terms of the ultimate impact of the whole 737 issue?
Yeah, I mean, if the 737 MAX issue were to be kind of the worst case scenario that you hear people talking about, not from the company, but even just sort of negative analysts, it still doesn't really bring the price much below 350, just on a valuation off of free cash flow, which is really the only way you can value Boeing at this point. I thought it was very telling that they suspend the stock buybacks. They're not touching the dividend. They're not going to touch the dividend. And this has been, first of all, it's the second biggest free cash flow generator in the market. And it has been one of the great dividend growers in history. 14% per year for 20 years, they've grown the dividend. So to me, the free cash flow generation, they have to get over this hump. Worst case, we think is about 6 months delay, impacting 5%. It's reasonably priced in, and I've never seen a drama get this kind of attention, and the stock is up 15% year to date. It's just stunning to me.
Sure. No, obviously the financials people are able to get some comfort there. Chevron, another pick, another company in the news for different reasons, potentially having to pay more for this acquisition of Anadarko.
Yeah, and there's no question that Chevron's a bit more cyclical of a company around energy prices. You're always going to have some correlation there. But again, you're talking about a company that's grown their dividend 33 years. This is obviously a theme of ours. We're dividend growth investors. And in Chevron's case, I don't believe they are going to have to raise the bid for Anadarko. I think it is a no-brainer that Anadarko would take this bid at 65 as a better bid than 76 for Moxie based on the post-deal leverage. The fact of the matter is that after they absorb the $18 billion of debt from Anadarko, they're going to come out with a debt-to-EBITDA ratio that is below Exxon's now. The post-deal leverage Anadarko Oxy would make it one of the more levered companies in the entire space.
That's nuanced, and trying to tell that to shareholders that we're taking the lower deal and it's better for you, maybe a little nuanced.
It may be. I think it isn't nuanced for those shareholders who are going to actually represent the math.
We want more, right.
But also because of the ratio to stock price, we've seen this a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
50% in stock. By the time Oxy stock settles, I think that the 65 will be a higher price anyways. Why is Chevron's stock and their ratio a more stable pricing mechanism to Anadarko shareholders? Because Chevron is that much more stable of a company.
Blackstone want to get to that, obviously changing from a partnership structure to a corporate structure. What happens to the dividend under that? Because they no longer have to pay out most of their profits, right?
They no longer have to in terms of the LP structure going away, but it's the kind of culture of the company. They're big cash flow generators. They don't have a lot of balance sheet assets. They're asset managers, right? So really all of their business is cash flow. They can redistribute it out in a very tax efficient way, and they will. And again, that stock can't yet even get the full pricing because the investors that will come in mechanically can't until after July. KKR got a 25% premium in valuation. Blackstone so far has gotten about 10%. There's more to go there.
Quickly, 3M has raised its dividend 61 years in a row.
Yes.
Would you buy it here?
We would not. And the reason is just purely because it's so priced into 3M for 61 years. It's not a high enough dividend to wet our beak. But 3M's a great company. They always kind of move through these various cyclical challenges. But 3M for us is the type of company we like, but it's just not a company we buy because of the level of dividend income.